What do you see when you find kids going to the engineering college or the medical college? Happy faces, smiling, joyful. I happen to be one such kid. But my worries, my agony, so to say, started the moment I joined the engineering college. It increased to a level that after a year I told my dad, I don't want to do engineering. He said, I want to touch your feet, but please, for heaven's sake, don't say all this. You do what you want to do, but get a basic degree. And he tried to question me, he tried to figure out what the reason was. And when I said something, he thought I was being foolish. The reason which after a while I found out was I was very good at maths, but I never enjoyed doing maths. I never had fun doing maths, and electrical engineering was all about maths. You have a set of formula, you have variables, you find you select the right formula and plug in those variables, and all of us come to the same result. What is the big deal? So at that age, I said there's no fun for all of us to come to the same result. Why 2 plus 2 is always 4? Why can't it be 3.5 or 22? I said engineering is not for me. But I somehow scraped through the honors in engineering. Then what else to do? Management. Halfway through management, I said, this is not the right place for me. The moment I used to enter my office for my internship, so I used to pull up the tie, and the moment I used to get out of the office, I used to take out the tie and put it in my motorcycle bag. I don't want to be dictated by my employees on what to wear. What is my freedom? I am nobody. I am only earning a living. I am working for a living. The whole idea was that introspection was going on. And during that time, since I couldn't figure out what else to do, I appeared for the civil service. For a kid who was All India second in 10th class, getting through the civil service exams was not a big deal. And when I was studying for the civil service, I was expected to take the test with engineering and any other option like mathematics. But I opted for history and geography. And when I went to the UPSC, they looked at me, the members of the board looked at me and they said, Mr. Gupta, you happen to be an engineer, you are doing a management degree, and you are appearing in the civil service with history and geography. What are you trying to do? Do you think you are serious about getting selected? And my answer was, sir, I'll get selected. They couldn't believe it and they just gave me pass marks in the interview. But having scored heavily in the written test, I could make it to the civil service quite easily. I had the highest marks in general knowledge papers. A similar thing happened when my daughter joined the NLU Bangalore. She was 22nd All India. And every day she used to call me and cry on the phone. It's not for me. I don't like being here. I said people want to be there. They would give anything. Parents would do anything for the kid to go to NLU Bangalore. I don't like it. After a month, she came back, bag and baggage, and called me from the airport And she said, I'm back. Finally, she went to the US to do economics. Long story short, do we know what we want in life? And when I got a call about this talk, I was wondering what to say. And having gone through the whole process, I felt that I needed to tell the story to convince you, if you are not already convinced, about the need to know myself. Knowing thyself is the most important thing in life. Two children born to the same parents are so different. So different. You are so different from your brother or sister. Why? Same parents, genes, environment, but they think differently. What is your DNA? The first thing is we have to try. Even at the stage beyond 60, I can't say I know my DNA. I have a sense of my DNA. But the earlier we start trying to figure out my DNA, what am I, who am I, all scriptures, all religions, shastras, they talk about self-discovery, knowing ourselves. From the moment we get consciousness, we try to explore the world, the outer world, without exploring the world within, without looking inwards. When I was a kid, the famous film Bobby had hit the box office, and there was a very famous song. The lyrics were written by the famous Sufi poet Bulle Shah. One of his very famous quotes is translated into English, which says, "You go to the temple, you go to the mosque in search of answers, but you have never tried to read yourself." तू जाता है मंदिर मसीती कदे अपने आप को तो पढ़े नहीं. Do we ever try to find out our DNA? What do I want? Every child is special. Once I started working, I tried to do other things, and often people would ask me, "Mr. Gupta, you have so many degrees on your card. What does it mean?" I said, "It only means confusion." I didn't know what to do in life. So I tried to read different things. All of us are here, and this is not what I say. Whatever I am sharing with you after my life's journey is what I have read in the scriptures and what I have felt myself during this journey. And I feel what has been said already is to a very large extent correct. A lot of management is derived. A lot of management principles are a derivative of what religions have spoken about, philosophers have spoken about. Another Sufi poet says, there is one person who came with a purpose in life, and he is going back, he is leaving this world after having fulfilled that purpose. And there is another one, he forgot about the purpose of his life. Once he came on this earth, he forgot about that purpose. Life is not to be wasted. Life, let me ask you, what is that voice which speaks to you from within? When you develop consciousness as you're growing up from childhood into into adulthood, you start listening to you start hearing voices from inside. What are those voices? Have these inner voices ever misled you? Do we ever pause and listen to our inner voices? What do these inner voices tell you? I would really encourage you to listen to your inner voices every moment, every day. Every day. I always say, you hire a car, and how many times do you have to tell the driver, go slow? Now you have fancy cars in India which go at a very fast pace, but the roads are not good enough to take that speed. You have to tell the driver umpteen number of times, please go slow. So I always say that people are obsessed about speed, not about the direction. Do we do a reality check every moment, every day? Are we going in the right direction? And direction could be different for different people. Happiness, satisfaction, whatever the function for happiness or satisfaction, you are all students of the English college. The function of everybody's happiness is different. So you have to figure out what is your function. A kid wants to do social service. He is happy. Many of the students want to live in villages. Often you find people, they want a 5-star life. When will you figure out what is it that you want and get a better sense of what you want? Your internal dialogue with yourself. Your internal dialogue. There often you can't share your own feelings with anybody. With your parents, with your wife, husband, very close friends. Your internal dialogue is the most important dialogue. Do you want to take the beaten path or do you want to trail a new path? What is it that you want to do? Like a herd of sheep, do you want to follow the other sheep or set a new trend? Life is not very long. Now I realize that life just passes by without you realizing that you're getting old. You have to be mindful, you have to be conscious about life. Also conscious about the fact that life is moving on very fast. How to maximize? As Shakespeare says, life is journey from birth to death. There are milestones, but eventually all of us have to go either to the graveyard or the burial ground. But have we done enough? Have we? Mother Nature gives us so much. Are we returning it back? Having come on this earth, what have we given in return? I often say that people want to lean on you. Your family, children, relatives, parents, they want to put their weight on your shoulders. Don't allow them. Let them stand on their own feet. They should carry their own weight. All of us are here to lead our life. Those days are gone when we used to treat children like our own property. They are related to us. I remember asking a philosopher, I said, I go to my son's room and he goes to the other room. He doesn't want to sit with me. And the reply which I got from him was amazing. He said, you and your wife are like banyan trees. He knows that if he has to blossom, he has to go beyond your influence. He has to go beyond a shade to be able to blossom. Life is a very precious gift of God. We have no right to waste it. We also don't, every moment we have to be mindful of the fact that are we giving the earth, are we giving the nature much more than we are getting from nature? In whichever way. Do we want to be exploitative all the time? Why don't we return back to the earth whatever we are getting back from the earth? It should be in the positive, not in the negative. I see a light burning, a light switch on without any purpose, I just switch it off. We are in a room, we are using lights, air conditioning, whereas there is enough sunlight, there is enough air. So, water. So, this reality check, which nobody told me about this when I needed to be told. So I thought at least let me share my story with you. Possibly it will help you in your future. And disagree, learn to disagree with your parents, with your teachers. Your parents also are individuals, they are mortals, they are not gods. They also can be wrong. Don't just believe what they say. You take charge of your life. Decide whom to marry. When I got married 33 years earlier, intercaste was a big question. But eventually it is your life. And you are answerable for your life. So take charge of your life. Be mindful of who you are. Who you are. All of you are special. And all of you, believe me, are here on this earth to do something unique. You have to, a leopard has to identify its own spots. And all of you have to do it as early as possible and to the extent it's possible.